Thank you very much. Hi, everybody. Welcome to this talk about student life at the University of Birmingham, but with more of a focus on student life within the College of Medical and Dental Sciences. My name is Harris. I've just finished my third year studying medicine, and next year I'll be doing an intercalated year in health management and leadership. I'm also the president of Birmingham's Medical Society, or MedSoc, but I'll talk a bit more about this later. So this talk will touch on student life within the city of Birmingham, at the university and within the college, and how Birmingham MedSoc ties into all this. So Birmingham is located in the heart of England. It's only a couple of hours from major cities like London, Cardiff and Manchester, which makes it well connected nationally, but also internationally, with Birmingham having its own international airport. It's Europe's youngest city and the second largest city in the UK, so smaller than London, but still bigger than Manchester, but also cheaper to live in than London. And lots of our graduates choose to stick around and end up working in the West Midlands or the Birmingham area. So it must be a great place to settle down, live and work as a professional. As a student in Birmingham, there are a ton of things to do, whether that be shopping and eating out to places like Grand Central in New Street Station, or visiting the famous Bullring, which has plenty of opportunities for retail therapy. Other places like Brindley Place offer a nice location for evening drinks or walks along the canal. And the mailbox is a hub for leisure in quite a picturesque setting. The Library of Birmingham is a great place to go and study if you want to get away from the hub of the university or just to go and curl up with a book. The ICC hosts a number of national conferences throughout the year and is also host to our very own MedBall, but I'll talk a bit more about that later. Cadbury World is a massive attraction in the city, with the Cadbury factory being located in Birmingham. So you can go and tour the factory, you can try all the samples, it's a really nice day out. And even though the city is quite a large city, everything feels very accessible from the city centre. And it's very difficult to get lost, which is a really nice feeling when you're moving to a new place. When it comes to arts entertainment, Birmingham has the oldest and still running cinema in the UK, the Electric Cinema, and the Birmingham Hippodrome puts on a number of shows throughout the year. The O2 Institute is a great venue for live music, and the Birmingham Rep Theatre has received national acclaim for its innovation as a producing theatre, so a theatre that puts on its own shows rather than hosting touring companies. For sports, the Edgbaston Cricket Ground is quite close to the university and hosted the semi-final match between England and Australia in the 2019 Cricket World Cup. But for sports in Birmingham, it's difficult not to mention the two major football sides in the city, that being Aston Villa, with this Villa Park, their home ground, and Birmingham City Football Club, with this being St Andrews, their home ground. So football fans definitely do feel privileged to have a high level of football that they can go and watch throughout the year. Food in Birmingham. Birmingham is the home of the Balti and even has an area of the city named after the dish, the Balti Triangle. And it's believed somewhere within this area the Balti first originated. Now it's home to authentic family-run restaurants, all competing and all claiming to have the best Balti, not only in Birmingham, but across the whole UK. But as well as this, Birmingham is home to a number of award-winning open-air street food markets that host a range of vendors and caters for all dietary requirements. So it's a really nice place to try traditional dishes and see different cultures. The university it hosts over 30,000 students, with over 6,500 of those students being international students. It's a campus university and is only a 7-minute train journey from the city centre, with the university having its own train station and services running every 10 minutes. From the medical school to the train station, it's maybe about 20 seconds at the most, so it's really easy to just nip in and out of the city centre if that's something you wanted to do. This is the Vale Village. It's one of the many accommodation hubs available for first-year students, and it's a big leafy green space in the heart of Edgbaston, Edgbaston being the area where the university is. There's lots of different accommodation options, some of which have been newly built, and it's all centred around the lake. So the green space and the lake make for a really nice change of scenery compared to the city centre. And it's a really nice place to spend time with your flatmates or your friends, especially when the weather's good in the summer. When we talk about the College of Medical and Dental Sciences, it's important not just to limit the college to medicine and dentistry students, but remember that the college hosts a number of courses, and students of all these courses can access all the incredible facilities in the college, such as the Barnes Library and the Doug Ellis Learning Hub, which are student favourites when it comes to independent study or revising for exams. But if you want to find out any more about the facilities, I'd really recommend having a virtual tour or checking out the college website and seeing all the information there. As well as this, students of these courses can access Birmingham MedSoc, which takes me on very nicely to talk a bit more about Birmingham MedSoc. So Birmingham MedSoc is a student-led society. It's open to all students at the university, but particularly caters for those studying in the College of Medical and Dental Sciences. So what this means is that all of our societies and all of our events are scheduled around the timetables of those studying in the college. So whether this be hospital placement or long lab sessions, for example. We're the largest society at the university, and we're the biggest medical society in the country, even being named the best for 5 years running until the competition was disbanded in 2015. But I can definitely still assure you that we really are the best still. And with over 80 societies, charities, and sports clubs, there really is something for everyone. Lots of opportunities to try something new and to meet new people. So what MedSoc offers can really be broken down into 6 areas, that being society, sport, student charities, support in academics, sponsorships, and social events. And I thought this would be a good opportunity to introduce you all to our mascot, Lenny. So this is Lenny the Griffin, and he makes a number of appearances throughout the year. Our societies range from academic societies that host national conferences, guest speakers, and revision lectures, to comedy, sketch groups, and debate groups, to music and theatre groups that put on a number of shows and concerts throughout the year. Just recently, the theatre group in MedSoc put on a production of Chicago with all of the proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Society. It was a really nice evening. We have a large number of sports clubs available, and this number seems to increase year on year, just recently with a dodgeball club being set up. Lots of our sports compete on the national level in the National Association of Medical Schools Cups and Leagues, but all of our sports are open to all and cater for all abilities. Picking up a MedSoc sport is a great way to stay fit whilst at university, to meet people from other courses, and there's also a generally cheaper alternative to doing a university sport. We've even had students from other colleges just join MedSoc for the sport. But unfortunately, lots of sports club seasons ended quite abruptly this year with the COVID-19 pandemic. So the sports club has decided to host a running competition over the space of a week, with the aim being to run as far as the club can and raise money for charity at the same time. So by the end of the week, we'd collectively raised over £23,000 for a number of charities and ran just over 37,000 kilometres, which I'm told is just shy of the circumference of the Earth. So this is the target the sports clubs have set themselves for next year. All our sports clubs form a great community and really do foster friendships for life. We have a number of fundraising groups who work hard throughout the year to raise as much money as they can for their respective charities. Our charity of the year this year was BWAMS, or Birmingham Widening Access to Medical Schools, for their work in widening participation in healthcare degrees. And this involved hosting information evenings, both at the medical school, but also in surrounding schools in the Birmingham area, as well as their ever successful Dream Junior Conference. So there really is lots to get involved in, lots of opportunities to try something new or to keep up a hobby or interest that you already have, and to meet people both from your course and from different courses. But whilst the extracurricular side of student life is important, we don't forget that students come to university to get a degree, and we do a lot to support students through their studies. So we host a number of revision sessions throughout the year, and these are given by students of all courses and targeted to all years. They're delivered by students in all the years who can maybe focus on something that they felt was more important when it came to their exams. You'll be allocated a student family, and this generally comprises of yourself and 2 students in the year above you that you can ask absolutely anything to. They volunteered to be part of the family scheme, so they're really keen to help out. And you can ask them any questions you might have, whether that be about the city of Birmingham, about accommodation, about where to go out to eat, where to live in second year. They're really useful, really helpful, and it's just another way to meet people. All of these resources are exclusive to MedSoc's members, so it's just another great reason to join MedSoc. We're sponsored by a number of local businesses, and we get a bunch of great deals and discounts for our members. But we also make sure that all of our sponsors share our aims and our values, so that we really do get the most for our members. Some of the examples of the deals we get are discounts at local restaurants, at nightclubs, but also on textbooks, which can be really useful when it comes to exams and revision. So these are just some examples of some of the sponsors that we've had this year. We host a number of social events throughout the year, and these are open to all courses and all students. These include the legendary Hop, which is filled with fancy dress and sells out year on year with over 1,000 people attending. And also a post-exams camping trip to the Gower Peninsula in Wales, which is a really nice reward for all the hard work you put in for your exams. Other socials we host are Christmas parties, end of exams parties, and even a riverboat cruise. So there's loads of opportunities to meet new people and have a good time with your friends. MedBall is the biggest event that we host, and it's a ball for all of our members and staff in the college, and is hosted at the ITC. It's a really nice opportunity to dress up with all your friends, to see your lecturers, and to sit down for an incredible 3-course meal that's followed by a bit of live music and a dance. So for lots of students studying in the college, MedBall really is the highlight of the year. And such a ball on such a scale for a medical society is really unique to Birmingham. Talking about student life at the college, it's difficult not to mention the Curriculum and Welfare Committee. This is a student-led group that collects student feedback and discusses this with staff at the college to make sure students really do get the most out of their studies and their time at university. They also support students' welfare and make sure that welfare services in the college are open and accessible to all. As well as this, the Curriculum and Welfare Committee meet regularly with staff and form a vital link between staff and students, especially in times of uncertainty. So whether this be uncertainty around exams, assignments, or more recently, when lots of courses were abruptly finished due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the Curriculum and Welfare Committee formed a strong link that was really important in disseminating information among students, especially as the information was continually evolving. As well as this, the Curriculum and Welfare Committee share a role in allocating student families. So if you'd like any more information about anything that's been mentioned, be sure to check out our MedSoc website. We do have a new website coming soon, so follow us on Facebook and on Instagram so you get all the updates about that and all the updates about the work that we do and our societies. Check out the Q&A sessions taking place throughout the day. I'm sure all the students there would be more than happy to answer any questions you have, whether it be about student life, about life at the college, about MedSoc, or anything else in general. I'd really recommend having a look at our Freshers booklet. This is a booklet that's given out to every first-year student in the college and goes into much more detail about each of our societies and all of our events. We've also just published our annual MedSoc review, which is a year in review, so looking back on our accomplishments throughout the year, and links to that are available on our Facebook and on our Instagram. So I'd really recommend having a look at that. Thank you all very much for listening, and I think we'll do some questions now.
Thank you, Harris. So yes, we do have